Hello everyone and welcome back to Kobean History. Today I've got another 3 history or prehistory related news stories for you. I will get right into it with the first story. A crocodile-like beast around 4 meters long lived in the late Triassic oceans about 210 million years ago. Researchers excavated remains of 4 of these extinct creatures known as phytosaurs. These phytosaurs looked like a mix of modern crocodile, alligator and gharial, but they lived long before any of those animals evolved and they weren't particularly closely related. Phytosaurs were semi-aquatic and remains of these creatures are usually found near freshwater lakes and rivers, but these 4 specimens were found in an unusual place. They were discovered in 1980 by people climbing in the Dead Mountains, which is a remote area of the Austrian Alps. And these fossils remained on the 2-kilometer high mountain for over 2 years after that, until they were extracted by helicopter. Of course, back in the Triassic, the area where they were found was far from mountainous. It was the open ocean, tens of kilometers from the Triassic shoreline. But still, the open ocean wasn't a place where these types of animals were usually found, as they are thought to have been only semi-aquatic and not fully aquatic. So that raises the question, did these creatures adapt to live in the open ocean, or did they die closer to land, after which the current swept all 4 of them deeper into the ocean together, which is highly unlikely. For our next story, we go a little further in time to Jurassic China, about 163 million years ago, when a number of tiny bat-winged dinosaurs flew the skies. Researchers were already confident that a number of dinosaurs had the ability to fly. I'm not talking about the pterosaurs because they were not actual dinosaurs. Instead, I'm talking about the ancestors and ancient relatives of birds. Even though these newly discovered dinosaurs that we're talking about today had small feathers, those feathers were not used for flight. Instead, this new bat-like dinosaur, which was an actual dinosaur belonging to the group of Scansoriopterygidae, did evolve convergent traits to those of pterosaurs and later bats. Which of course is having the flaps of skin that are stretched out between the skeletal elements, which were used for flight. No flying creatures like this evolved past the end of the Triassic, unlike the ancestors of birds, which suggests that their evolutionary experiment in flight was far less successful than the ones of the ancestors of birds. For our last story, we go back to ancient Rome. A new decorated room has been discovered in the Domus Aurea, also known as Nero's Golden House in Rome. This new hall is lavishly painted, with paintings depicting panthers, centaurs, and a small sphinx that is standing on a pedestal. After being buried for nearly 2000 years, restoration experts discovered the room by chance, while they were doing restoration work in a neighboring room of the palace. Most of the room is still underground, buried by tons of earth and stone, and it looks like it will remain that way, because there are concerns for the stability of the whole complex. If you want to learn more about the Domus Aurea, last year we went to visit and I made a video about that on my channel as well. So a link to that video is on screen right now if you want to check it out. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in history as a whole, you can check out my channel for more videos on a variety of topics.